and welcome to our podcast.
Hello.
If you don't notice, we are in a good mood. One, because our videos and our audio is going to be so much better because I'm in a new area. Yay! I moved into my house, and my internet's not that great to begin with. And I had my office in it's story time right now. Story time with Maria. My office was in the garage. We converted it. Did like sorry about all the ums. We did
Got this.
Insulated, sheetrocked, all of that, and put a window unit in. And I've been wanting to put a ductless system in there, and we just haven't gotten to it. Well, my air conditioner went out, and it is August in Texas. So all my shit started melting. I I did my haul this morning. It's a shameless plug. Watch me on YouTube.
Shameless plug.
I did my collective haul this morning, and I was opening like the lipsticks, and they all had perspiration marks. And I was like, I didn't buy it like this. I promise. I just, no.
I cannot deal with you.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're in a new place. So hopefully the audio and video are better, and I've got to get used to the lighting in here. Because I was filming today and it was pretty awful. I was turning up and down lights, so I've got to get used to filming. But other than that, I mean, it's great because I've got internet and it's not gonna stop. At least on my end. I don't know about Heather's end.
I should be fine. I hope so.
But yeah, so it's not gonna stop. So we're gonna do pretty good. But today, and you know what? I should stop taking over and let Heather actually introduce some of these things.
Yo, do you? You had things to be excited about today.
I am. I'm in a good mood today. Today we're going to talk about accountability, and it's several things like accountability to own up for your shit. But not only that, yeah, hey, it's you got to. I know a lot of people that don't, and it drives me fucking crazy.
A lot.
But like Heather was saying, not only that, but owning up to how you treat, owning up how you treat others, be, careful how you treat others, but also how you treat yourself. And I told her we really needed to talk about that today because my inner self hates me.
That's fair. My inner self is just lazy right now. Or it was. And okay, hold on. So I guess I'm just going to go because you know what? We didn't do a podcast last week. Maria and I were both just like, yo, fuck today. We had to take a little bit of time. But, we came across this subject and I was like, you know what? We're talking about keeping others accountable. And I was like, but it's also how you hold yourself accountable. And I'm feeling really guilty about that right now because I have not been spending my time productively. But then I've been mad that I'm not making money. I'm not moving forward. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Like, I got a job that's nowhere in my industry, and I was just like, whatever, that's fine. Because I just like gave up, and I am sitting here like, but I don't want to get out of practice. And and then I was like, that's okay. I'll have this job and I'll learn all these skills while I'm at this job and save up money and da-da-da-da. And it's all really nice to have like a lot of talk. But at the end of the day, I've been spending my days, I mean, not really doing anything. I can say that I'm very grateful that like I've been spending my days having wonderful conversations. I think it's great to like have good conversation, get your head right, talk about your goals, talk about your dreams, talk about where you want to go. But something that we, get caught up in is like that end result. And we don't start talking about the stuff in the middle. And then when we haven't reached the end result, we're like, oh my God, why? Well, bitch, you didn't do any work.
Right. And yeah, and I was talking about that too in an earlier podcast. And it's kind of funny because Heather and I have kind of switched roles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, because before, I was really the reason why I didn't do things is because I was really worried. I'm an empath, and a lot of times empaths are people pleasers.
Hmm.
So I was just afraid that I was gonna get a lot of haters, and I know, it comes with the territory, but sometimes I let that stuff get to me, and I just didn't want people to say, hey, you're too old to do this,
Right.
and um, you know, you're too old to like the colorful stuff and glitter and all of that, and then finally it was Heather when she had that month where she did really good because she was growing on YouTube. I was like, and then you see mine, and mine was like this much, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna do this. So I started being more consistent, and in a month I have gained almost 100 new followers.
Hey.
Yes, and I've got my watch time it was like 3 hours, and now it's up to I think 60 hours
That's
of watch time.
good.
Yeah, so nowhere near getting monetized, but the thing is I came a long way in a month, like a
Super
long,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that just shows, I do have decent content.
You do.
I need to get more comfortable in the front of the camera, but I do have decent content, and I'm making new friends and stuff. It's great. And the thing is the way you think about yourself, and um the way that you're mean girl. Okay, I need to read that book again, I swear.
I have it right here. It's right here on my bookcase.
Yeah, Mastering Your Mean Girl. Y'all really need to. And then there's an audiobook too, so you can listen to that.
I know.
But that book just really changed my life, and mainly the way I talk about myself. Well, I
Hmm.
haven't been doing a lot of that, self-care and stuff, and I've kind of gotten into the bad habits of letting her creep back into my head, telling me that I'm not worth it. But
Hmm.
the thing is you always look at yourself completely different than other people look at you.
Hmm.
And that it just goes to show you really need to um, just think about what people, not think about what people think, but just think to yourself, people look at me completely different than I look at myself.
Hmm.
And it's crazy because it took me going onto YouTube and actually starting to become successful and actually starting to grow.
Hmm.
Uh, and and then I had a friend telling me that I inspire them, and it's just when you start hearing things like that, you're like, okay, I'm not. And I don't take compliments very well, guys. Please, I don't. I don't know what to say to this. But it took that for me to say, okay, I can do this. I am something. I can do this. And now you can't stop me. I'm so motivated. I have video ideas coming out of my brain. Um, and then now I'm starting on all of the other little side hustles too, because I'm not gonna have all my eggs in one basket. I'm gonna do
Right.
things. So I'm starting all those, and that's what I'm an affiliate with TubeBuddy, and I started using TubeBuddy. I'm a legacy, I think it's, or a legend. I don't know if it's a legend or legacy
Hmm.
subscriber, and I'm putting money into myself because I know this is going to help me in the
Right.
long run. And so I became affiliated with them too. So, I'll link the code in the little description box. But and you can do it for free. They have free tools, but if I want to do this as a career, I want to put money into it that I know I will get something back eventually. So,
Absolutely.
and there's a lot of tools that are in the legacy one that I wanted. But um I started binge watching their videos, and they're experts, and they have live feeds and stuff. And there was this one guy talking about, you don't want to be and we're getting so off track. That's how we do. And he says, you don't want to be the YouTuber that has 1 million followers and he's working in a fast food restaurant because he didn't
monetize.
He didn't do what he needed to do beforehand. And so you want to put all these little things in place, and then so as you grow, your money will grow too.
Right.
So I just started doing all of that research and stuff, and now I'm putting it into play, and I'm so motivated. Like, I usually just get up and just sit there and do nothing, and then I got to get into my office. And no, I've been in my office since this morning. So making content, doing looks, trying to figure things out. So it's amazing what a complete mindset and how you talk to yourself and how you're telling yourself, yes, I can do this. Yes, just kind of tell her that she needs to go take a seat for a little bit.
Right, right.
She is a part of you. So talk to yourself better.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you gotta be mindful of that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hard because you have a habit of not.
Mm-hmm.
So it is gonna be hard, but you need to tell yourself that you can do it. You need to be a lot more positive with yourself and
Absolutely.
be confident of it, because it's hard. I mean, I'm self-deprecating a lot. A lot of times I'm joking, but a lot of times I'm not, because of course it does come from.
There are truths in jokes.
It does come from a place of truth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because now I'm completely motivated, and I've just got all of these ideas and everything of what I want to do, and it's amazing. It's amazing how far you can come in just like 1 month. That's in 1 month's time.
Yeah.
So
sorry if y'all can hear that thunder. I don't know if you can, but I can. Yeah, what got me, there's been like a few things like back to back that's got me, and I'm gonna not go too far into my situation, but I will say, like, I'm pretty good at being aware of my own issues and my own faults, but I also like to beat myself up for shit that's not really within my control. And I feel like a bitch when I hold other people accountable for their shit, but we'll get to why you still got to do that. Okay. So for me, right, like I was making a lot of content. I was doing really well. I just told Maria this morning, I said, you want to know what's crazy? Is like, I tried to figure out why I stopped editing my videos, because I was growing on YouTube, and I was like, I sat down and I figured out, like, I was doing it. I started YouTube when I was at my ex's house, and it was a really good distraction, and it made me feel really good in a time where I wasn't feeling very good. And then I moved, and I continued to do it. And there was one day that I wanted to edit this video that I made, and I couldn't, like, nothing was loading. I couldn't find a way to get my content into my editing software, and I was getting pissed. And I just stopped editing after that, which is a fucking excuse. It's an excuse. Like, that's not a reason. That's an excuse, because I could have sat there and figured it out like I did today, and I could have, like, shifted all my content over however I needed to, but I just used that as an excuse to throw my hands up and say whatever. Well, then I lost my job and all that, and I just went right down the rabbit hole of just being depressed, right? So then Maria comes to me, and Maria said, Heather, I never work harder than you. Mm-hmm. And like it hurt. It didn't hurt. Like, I knew she wasn't being mean. It hurt me on the inside because I've never stopped working. Like, I've always been doing, Maria knows, nonstop, like, till I drop. That's how I roll. And like, I had just like fallen a victim to my own mindset, and the bad mindset, not the good one that I've built up for so long. And so that was number one, right? And then I'm watching Maria grow, and I'm happy for her. And I'm sitting here, and every time she sends me numbers, I'm like, I need to edit a video, and then I don't. And then it's like, I need to edit a video. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go get shit-faced instead because that's going to help, right? No. I'm going to edit a video. And then I don't do anything. Like I really haven't done anything. And then yesterday, one of my friends looked at me and he goes, I'll make $150,000 before the end of next year. And I said, I can help you do that. I know how to do that. And then I was immediately pissed off at myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was explaining this to him this morning. And I'm like, I'm mad, not at you. I'm mad because I have all of the tools to make six figures in a year online with my skill set, okay? And I have yet to utilize it because I've just been lazy. And that was the wake-up call because I was like, oh, you know how you do it? You need multiple streams of income. You got to put this here, this here, this here. Then you got to get your merch. Then you got to do your YouTube. Then you got to do a podcast. Then you got to do this. Then you got to be in this person's ear. Like, I was like, boom, 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 boom. Rapid fire with it. And then I just sat back and I was like, you're not even doing it for you.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And I think that my problem before this, and Maria and I have talked about this before, I want to help everybody, even people who don't want to help themselves. And I'm not saying he's one of those people. I'm going back. Okay. I would sit up and my ex would get mad at me. And this is when I was like making money. And he was mad at me because I was making more money than him and I had more clients than him. But I would sit up and I would just social media, going, posting, putting up promotions, putting up content, putting up videos, putting up pictures, like anything I could, right? And then he didn't want to do the work. He wanted me to do the work for him. So I did the work for him. It's one of those things where it's like, look, either we can sit down and we can do this together. I can teach you a skill set and then we can be doing it together so you're not pissed at me every time I'm working my ass off. And we can actually build something together. Or I can continue to give all of my energy to somebody who doesn't fucking want what I want. They just want the easy way out. And Karma's a bitch because now he's working like 70-hour weeks. And I'm not even saying that to be mean. I'm saying like, you know, people got to realize what they have in front of them, right? Like, you want to sit here and be like, oh my God, I'm so tired because I work all the time. But you had somebody in front of you who wanted to help you make it so that you didn't have to. And the extra time you're working is from your fucking bed, bro. Like, that's it. And it's like, people got to start realizing who's in front of them because there's so many people like myself who do have strong work ethics and are motivated and they want to see others succeed. But that gets killed when someone is either taking advantage of it, they're shitting on it all the time, whatever. And that's why I had really been excited about YouTube when I started. But recently, the accountability has been everywhere. Like, I've gained weight because I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not sleeping right. I'm not eating right. I'm not drinking enough water. I have been super depressed. And instead of like really honing in on something within my my field, I was like, I'm gonna go just get a job anywhere. So that's what I did. And you know what? That's fine for right now. But within that, I started coming up with all these creative ideas. My problem is that I feel guilty when I have ideas and I can't act on them right now. And it's like, oh, well, that takes money and you are broke. Like, you have $0. And that has been like the biggest stressor.
That you can do that are like for free. That well, start out for free.
You know, I was gonna like Maria and my brother kind of put me on to like driving and doing Postmates and stuff like that. And like that's been helpful. It's put some extra change in my pocket. I'm able to get gas. I'm able to like, you know, do the things that I need to do for the most part. But besides that, you know, I've just been beating myself up because it's like when you look at how much money it is, and this is the other thing you got to think about, like I jump headfirst into everything without thought.
I do too.
Right. And like that's another piece of accountability. Like you have to have a plan because when you think about starting a business, you have to think about how much money you have to invest. And then the money you make back shouldn't even be going towards any shit you want for like the first 6 to 12 years. Like that should not be paying your bills. That should not be paying for your fun time. All of that money should be going right back into your business. And I just recently learned this, okay, and that was my mistake the first time. I did not have a backup plan while I worked at my salon studio. You know what I'm saying? So I was juggling these things and it just wasn't working. And and I wasn't able to pay my bills properly. So I'm definitely learning, but I think it takes a lot to look inward and go like, oh shit, I fucked up. And that's been hard for me personally because I know that everything I do is with good intentions, but intentions don't mean shit if you don't have the proper thought process.
That's the truth. And yeah, and that's how I was before. I was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then I'd sit on my ass in front of the TV and not do anything. You know, all because I was scared. You know, you got to get over your fear. If this is something that you really, really want, if it's something that you are passionate about and that you want, then do it. Do it. And don't let anybody else get in your way.
No.
Because, you know, I'm lucky in the fact that I've got so many supportive people around me. But yeah, you don't want to let anybody get in your way. And, you know, that's what Heather was talking about before too. The person that she was with didn't even want her doing the podcast. And that's our time. That's Heather and Maria time. Okay. That's the one day a week that we just kind of just put everybody else aside and sit and talk. And we're just allowing you to listen to our conversation.
Right, like last week we didn't record anything, but we still sat on the phone, both of us in our sour ass moods, just talking to each other until we were like, okay, I guess it's time to go now.
Yeah, I gotta go cook dinner. I didn't want to.
Oh my god.
I remember that day. I ended up making a shrimp pasta. That was actually pretty good.
That sounds so great.
But yeah, it just, you know, we all make mistakes. We're human. We all do things, you know, that we're not exactly proud of. But Heather's raising her hand, and the people that are not watching the YouTube. But yeah, we all do things that we're not proud of, but own up to them. Okay, I fucked up, and move on with it. And sometimes you need a friend of yours or family member or somebody just to slap the crap out of you and say, get it together. And you know, a very nice way. Because Heather pretty much did it in a nice way.
Oh my gosh.
I'm competitive. Yeah. You know, as much as I want Heather to succeed, I am so freaking competitive. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be doing this too. And my numbers were like itty bitty because I was like here and there putting shit everywhere. And I just think it's crazy. A month of being consistent and my numbers are hell of a lot better. I mean, 10 times better than what they were the month before.
Right.
So I guess the whole point of it is get it together, guys. Get it together. And if you want it, you need to work for it.
Absolutely.
You know,
I agree with that. And I think that having, like you're saying, like having people that like put you in check, like Maria and I do it for each other. Maria, that saint, you saint. You saint of a woman. Maria hasn't put my ass in check for a hot minute, okay? And it's funny, like, you know, something that I said to somebody today was like, this is what you do when you care about somebody. You know, you want to see them grow. You want to see them do better. You want to see them use their full potential. You want to see them just flourish into what you know that they can be. And sometimes... Sorry, I'm pretty sure my child just ran into my door. Sometimes you don't even recognize, like, especially when you're talking about like taking accountability for yourself, you don't even recognize what you're doing. Like sometimes you need somebody to look at you and be like, you're being self-destructive. You're not living up to your potential. You're not working the way that you used to. You're not creating enough. You're not, you know, doing X, Y, and Z. And it hurts because you don't want to feel that way. And it hurts because I know personally, like, I'm like, well, that's what I want to be doing, but I'm sad right now. Like, yo, fuck your sadness. Like, I am the first person to be like, feel your feelings and then get up and keep going, right? But like, I don't know. I just haven't been doing it. And, you know, it took not only like seeing Maria's numbers rise and then having my friend say what he said to me yesterday, but then I came home last night and I was just sad for a plethora of reasons, but I was sad. And this morning when I woke up, I was sad. And, I was reflecting and I'm like, I am wasting potential. Like, I'm better than what I'm doing right now. And, you know.
And I do, and I'm sure everybody else would understand because God, it's so hard, especially for hairdressers right now, with the stupid beer virus.
I hate you.
I think of Corona. I think of the stupid beer every time I hear somebody talking about it. I do understand that, and unfortunately you have to go into other avenues to make your money, but the stuff that you do want to do is still there. You could even be making videos of you doing like family and friends hair, and post that up.
But yeah, like today I did like a whole hair routine with like tips and tricks in the middle.
Yeah, so like, and then I was editing my videos. I was editing my last video, and I sent a screenshot to Heather, and I said, "You have till Friday to put up a video." Because I shout you out in my video, so you need to put some content on there.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, you have a deadline." I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, and that's when I said that, it's never, that's when I told her, I said, I have never worked harder than you, and lately I've been working harder than you. She's always been the one to push me and to say, "Come on, Maria, we've got to get this done," and to push me to get all this stuff done, and it's been the opposite lately. And that happens. It happens, but you've got to be there for each other. That's the way that we are for each other. But and you may not want to say, "Hey, look, you need to get off your ass and start doing something," but you need to get off your ass and start doing something.
It's so true too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? And you know what? As soon as the thoughts start going, right? Sorry, I'm trying to pull my video back up. As soon as the thoughts start rolling, and that's the thing with me and Maria, is like once you get the creative ball rolling, like you're good to go, right? And I have all these ideas. I'm like, fuck, how do I execute them? And I was sitting here today and I talked to Maria earlier. And you know what I was thinking about? I'm like, I could work this normal ass job. I'm working this normal ass job and saving money for my own place. I can get everything I need to open my own spot again. I can, like you were just saying, take the time to do people's hair and create some content and make some good videos for my, like, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, I can still go back into what I was doing before, but be smarter about it. Like if I had, you got to think, right? So when I first opened my suite before, I wasn't working 40 hours a week. I mean, I was in there and I was doing, but I didn't have the clientele for 40 hours a week, and I could have been doing something else on the side to keep myself afloat. Like that job it was paying for itself for sure. And so if I had been smarter about how I had done that, I would still be in the same position that I would still be in the same spot probably. But right now, my only thought process is like, okay, but how do I get back to it in a way that I'm comfortable? How do I get back to it with a better skill set? And how do I get back to it smarter? And sometimes I think that's something that we all need to work on, is taking accountability of our fucking pride and our egos. You know what? If I have to suck it up and I have to be a cashier for the next 6 months to a year while I'm building my dreams, okay. Right. Guess what? Scan, motherfucker, and I'm gonna get a discount on my clothes. Bye. Like, I don't care. That's fine. Like, find the silver lining. And you know what? It's so funny. Someone said that to me last night. I went to dinner with my mom and my friend, and my mom was talking about something like really fucked up that happened to me. It made me think of you because you were like, Heather always tries to find the positive. And I was like, yeah, but da 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 da. And he looked at me and he was like, look at you always looking on the bright side. I'm like, you know what? Because there's no time to look at the negative. And I feel like we get really sucked into that. And even like the last couple months, I've still been trying to find the bright side. But personally, you know, I haven't been putting in the work that goes into, like, you can have the right mindset but not have the motivation, and it's not a good thing. It's honestly kind of toxic, like, within yourself. But we have to, like, start swallowing our pride and doing the things that we don't like to do if they're going to help us to get to where we're going. And that comes from taking a step back and just being humble. And I know that's hard for some people, but you know what? Times is fucking rough. Okay.
Times are rough. They're very rough. I mean, hell, the thing is, and a lot of people, I understand. I understand what people are going through because we've been there before. We've been there before. We've been there where both of us were out of work, and or one person was making below minimum wage and trying to make things work. So I do understand. Luckily, my husband is in a essential business, so he hasn't had any problems or any lower pay or whatever. But we've all been there, and I understand. Yeah, you have an educate. I have an education. I paid for this, and this is what I'm going to do. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
You're gonna bite the bullet.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. And there for a while, I was driving too. I was doing Lyft, and I was traumatized, so I stopped. Oh God, that is a story for another day.
That's a whole ass story.
That's a story for another day. But the whole point in that one is you whatever, women being afraid of driving people. That's what happened to me. So yeah. But it was all taken care of. Anyway, so there's times when we do things that a lot of people would think are below you, but they're not. They're not. And you need to not look down on people that are just trying to make a living and make ends meet. Because I know my friend that I stopped talking about and stopped thinking about.
Oh yeah.
Used to look down on people like that too. Not used to. He probably still does, but they're like, you're better than that. That's a respectable, why did you quit? That's a respectable position or whatever. And I'm like, dude,
it's not about that, bitch.
It's not about that. I want to be happy, and that's the whole point. The whole point is for me to be happy.
People don't always get that.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, my parents didn't even get it, and this thing is annoying the crap out of me. There we go. My parents didn't even get it. I'm completely happy now. I may not make any money, but I'm eventually going to. I'm putting steps into place to where, maybe 5 years down the road, I'll actually be making a living. But you got to put it in the work first, especially if you want to be your own boss. It's a lot of work. These people that think that, oh, I can do this and this and it's gonna be great. Yeah, you don't know how much work goes into this shit. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work that you're not even making anything. You're doing it for free. No, you're paying to do it, because then you've got to buy all of this extra stuff like editing software and equipment. Now, you don't have to have equipment like I do. I have been collecting this for a while, saying that, oh, I'm gonna do YouTube. I got all this, stuff, and now it seems like I have it all at once because I didn't do anything with it when I had it first.
Right.
But editing software, there are some free things that you can do, but then you have the little watermarks and all of that. And so yeah, eventually you're essentially you're paying to do this.
Yeah.
And you have to love what you do in order to do what we're doing, to be your own boss.
Because if you don't love it, you're going to give up. And when you give up, like, you give up your opportunity to make money. Like Maria's talking about, like, me stopping doing the videos. If I would have consistently done the videos, I would have seen growth, and I would have been on the track to be making money instead of
now growing fast.
Around. Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, you're talking about accountability. Like, I have a whiteboard. So something I did, and I told Maria this. Well, Maria's known this for a long time. This ain't new. I love like inspirational shit in my space. I always had it in my salon studio. So like I have this little thing that says like stay a while. I have some shit back here. Best time for new beginnings is now. Let's get cozy. Go where you feel the most alive. I have my little board. It says good vibes always. Like stuff about being humble and kind and da 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 da. So I try to keep stuff like that around me to keep like my mindset at least positive, right? But then I have my whiteboard and I have a lot of positive stuff around my whiteboard. And my whiteboard has my daily gratitude, my goals for the month. Well, mine go out to October right now, but whatever. My goals for the month, my affirmations, and what I need to do today. And what I really need to do is make also like a weekly to-do list. But those things are super important because when you want to do anything for yourself, whether it's work for yourself, you want to reach a personal goal, whatever the case is, like you have to be able to hold yourself accountable to your actions, to your mindset, to what you're doing down in your free time, to just everything. And something I've been trying to do more is like when I drove out to the mountains last week, I put on a Gary Vee audiobook and I just tried to like soak in as much positivity and entrepreneurship and motivation as possible. I've been trying to listen to more motivational.
Is that the one on my Audible, Crushing It? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got so many.
Yeah, I listened to I think half of that book. And that's the thing is like literally you can just put on an audiobook. Like you don't have to sit down and read if you don't like reading, or if you have a long drive to take, or if you're driving to and from work, just put something on. Like sometimes I'll wake up and I'll just listen to, or I'll watch like a motivational video, or I'll do it in the middle of the day or when I'm feeling down. But I stopped doing those little things and I was not looking at myself and going, okay, what are you doing, girl? Like you got to get yourself together. And it's those little tiny things. Like people talk about small habits make a big life, right? So you might think like, okay, well I can skip that. Even if you know it fuels you, right? And it builds you up, I can skip that video today. I can skip that class today. I can skip my personal development today. I can skip that workout today. I can skip that task, that I had to do at home, like whatever. But once you start letting those things like fall through the cracks, like all those little habits make up who you are daily and within your daily routine. And when they start slipping, then another one will slip and then another one will slip. And then you're right back to fucking square one. And you have to rebuild all these habits and you can't do it all at once because you're going to exhaust yourself. And so that's kind of what I've been going through. I stopped working out. I stopped cooking. I didn't stop cleaning. I can't stop cleaning in this house. But I stopped like creating. I stopped listening to the things I was listening to. I did shift some of my creativity to another form. But even then, like if I'm writing poetry, I can sit down and I can make a video, like an audio video, and I can put like a beat behind it and read my stuff or whatever, like there's so much if you just use your mind and you just like really get back to where you need to be and you recognize where you fucked up so you can fix it. Like you can honestly jump back on the horse faster than you think if you catch yourself at the right time. Yep. At least that's how I feel.
No, you can. I mean, it's never too late because I've had this channel for over a year. God, I'm just thinking, I'm so pissed at myself because I'm thinking about where I would be had I been consistent for that freaking year. But I've had this channel for over a year, and even though I did have a gap there, I once I started being consistent, started growing. So it's never too late. Don't ever think it's too late. It will be too late if you continue to procrastinate and not do it. So, and that's the thing, because I used to do audiobooks when I was cleaning, and like I'd put my headphones in while I was vacuuming or whatever, and that's when I would listen to my personal development books. And I had stopped doing that, and I was just like, why?
Right.
Why did I ever quit doing that? Because now when I'm vacuuming, I listen to music. Okay, I could be listening to the audiobook again, because I really, 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 really need to read Master Your Mean Girl again. Like, seriously. So, sorry, that's my chair. I mean, stop wallowing in what you're doing and actually do it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you this from experience. I mean, I've completely had my eyes open up, instead of because I love it when Heather grows. I love it when she does, when she starts growing and she has all of these positive things happen to her. I absolutely love it. But like I said, I'm competitive. And the whole thing is, if that drives me, that's great. I don't want to see her fall. I want to see her continue to grow. I want her to grow with
Right.
me, but I actually want to grow with her and not just stand still like I was doing.
Right.
So find somebody to motivate you, motivate each other. Have an accountability person.
Oh, yes.
Heather was my accountability person from our MLM.
Yep,
And
that's how we became friends. We were
yep,
accountability partners.
yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now we're best friends, and we continue to be accountability partners. It's just that's how we are, that's our personality.
Right.
But find
I don't
yourself
think there's go ahead.
Yeah, find yourself a Heather.
And and I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of healthy competition. Like I was just saying today, like, well, like Maria said, like, okay, well, yeah, but I want to grow with you, and like I see your numbers, and it makes me want to be better. I've said in past podcasts, like that's how I was in school. Like my friend and I had each other's student IDs, and I wanted to beat her scores. Like I just told my friend from yesterday when I was like, oh my god, I can totally help you reach your monetary goal that I haven't reached myself, but I have the tools to reach. And I was like, you know what? I sent a message today and I was like, you know what? I'm going to race you to that goal. That's what's going to happen. Like, either I'm spending the next year and a half growing, or I'm spending the next year and a half growing. And even if I don't get to 150K between now and the end of next year, between my entrepreneurial endeavors and my unfortunate regular job, at least that was the goal. And since that was the goal, I'm going to be more likely to get closer to it than if it wasn't the goal. But I think when you have goals, you can't say, this is my goal for, so like right up here, to save $500 before the 2nd of October, which is very realistic for me. I should probably put that higher, but whatever. If I don't revisit that, I'm going to go buy clothes. I'm going to go buy shit for an apartment I don't even have. I'm going to go buy my kid shit she doesn't need, right? But because I have it in front of me, I see it all the time. Just like if you have it, if you do like, I like to do like 5 years and yearly, then 6 months, break it down. But you have to go in and you have to like reevaluate your goals. And like, that's another way of holding yourself accountable, because you should be going from, okay, you have this big goal, to, okay, well, now I have to break it down into little steps. And those little steps should go all the way down to daily, not just weekly, not just monthly. They should go down to daily, and you need to be revisiting those all the time. And if you are, you're going to be way more likely to do the things on your whiteboard or in your notebook or in your brain. I highly suggest writing it down. Then if you're not checking in with yourself, you got to check in with yourself.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I know it's hard to set goals and to actually stick with them and to actually follow through with them. It's hard. I do it all the time. I tell myself I'm gonna do something and then I just forget about it and that's okay. But when you have something as important as you wanting to follow your dreams, be your own boss, because you know what, there's nobody else that's gonna make you do your shit. This is your shit. This is your stuff. This is your baby.
Mm-hmm.
You want to work for yourself. Other people aren't going to make you do it. If you want that accountability, then you need to go back into the corporate world.
Right.
I don't want that accountability. I've learned that I don't work well with other people. No, I do, but I'm not happy working for other people. I'm happier working for myself, even if I'm not making any money. I'm happier working for myself. But, if that's what you want, then stay where you are. It's fine. But if you have that mindset that you want to be your own boss, then you need to start being accountable for yourself. You need to start, making a list of things that you need to get done. And I've never been a list person. I've never been a person to write anything down.
That's how I
even
live.
even even my podcasts, not podcasts, my videos, like when I'm planning my videos, I just plan them in my head and then I just do them. Well, now, with the TubeBuddy, it has a TubeBuddy mobile. So when I come up with an idea, I'll write it down in the app, because there's an app where you can start planning all your stuff. I'll write it down in the app, and then I'm going to go in the app, and I'm going to go on the computer and do all the analytics and stuff for it, so I can see what exactly I can do with it and start planning my videos ahead of time. That way I know what I'm doing, and I'm not, oh, I gotta film a video. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And you can't do that.
Right.
You've gotta, and that's the way that I always did it. But now, with me having a plan and having set goals and what I want to get to, and I have all these ideas and I'm finally writing them down and I'm finally following through with it, I have video ideas for the next 3 weeks. I mean,
Damn.
yeah, you've got to do that. And not only that, stick with a checklist. Like, I have days. My Mondays are my podcast recording days. They are my filming days. I at least film one video on Monday. And then Tuesdays, I will do a look. I won't film a video because it usually takes more time than filming just a plain look, just, doing it. So I'll do my look, and then I'll sit down and I will edit. Tuesdays are my editing days. So that's what I do. I edit the podcast, I edit my videos, and I put them, I upload them for the rest of the week. Wednesdays are usually my cleaning days, my days where I'm either having a day to relax, or I clean, and usually it's cleaning and relaxing. And then Thursdays and Fridays are filming and editing, making sure that I have everything in a row, making sure that I have enough stuff for the beginning of next week, so that I can start the beginning of next week focusing on the end of next week.
Right.
So that's my schedule, and I've been sticking to it. And as long as I've been sticking to it, I've been doing pretty good. So, write yourself a checklist of things you got to do. Have a set schedule of things you're going to do. That way you don't forget about anything.
Right.
Because trust me, things slip through the cracks.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
All the time. So this became more of a business podcast than anything.
I mean, it's accountability according to our life, okay?
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. It's good to have somebody that's like-minded and kind of doing what you're doing, and make it a fun little competition, a fun game of who's going to get there first, or who's going to grow faster, because that's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why I got off my ass and started working.
Right. Well, you know what I also
reason.
My other thing was, like, especially like YouTube and stuff, like I started feeling like I don't really have a thing. Like, I have my things, and I don't have a thing. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, but you know what? Some people's thing is not having a thing. Like, look at Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles was one of the first biggest YouTube sensations. And that bitch was just, like, always trying weird shit, being silly. Like, she went from just, like, doing challenges to doing little skits to talking about things in her life to, it was just all over the place. And then she started a podcast, and then she started with, like, doing drinking games. Like, she was just doing all types of crazy shit. And we all love Jenna Marbles because Jenna Marbles is fucking hilarious. If you don't, that's fine, but I'm judging you a little bit. And I love her, and I love who she is. Like, she would dye her hair, she'd do just whatever. She had the dogs. Like, the dogs are, like, part of her personality or some shit. But, like, I had to have that realization, too. That, like, it doesn't have to fit in anybody's box. It just has to make you happy. That's all it is.
Yeah. And if you're going into something or, working for yourself and doing all this because of the money, then give up now.
Yeah.
Because don't let money drive it. Because I can be doing this because the beauty community is saturated, and I could be doing this and never make a dime off of it, but I'm loving it and I'm having fun. I'm
Mm.
still growing. Don't ever go into it thinking that you're going to be making a shit ton of money. Don't let that be the driver. That can't be the driver because then you'll end up failing.
Yeah.
It needs
Well,
to
it's
be
like,
your passion.
right. And I think that even if you're like, oh, I could monetize off this, but you're doing it with the thought process of doing something you love, like that's my mindset. I'm like, this could be another stream of income. Could be,
Hmm.
keyword. And I remember like when I first started my YouTube, my ex was like, you just have this like crazy idea that like you're gonna get on YouTube and you're gonna be making all this money in a couple months. And I was like, no, I don't. I don't think I'm gonna make any money for like a hot minute. Like that's not
Hmm.
even close to a thought within my mind. So I was like offended by that because I was like, it'd be cool if it was one day, but right now, like I just want to do it. It makes me happy, but I also got lectured about how it didn't make me happy. Oh man, I got the whole rundown.
Whatever. It makes you happy. Just like these podcasts make you happy. It
Yeah.
was he was saying it wasn't making you happy because it was pissing him off.
Well,
And
it was taking attention away from him at the time.
yeah, and so then he was unhappy. So then in turn you were unhappy because you were trying to make him happy. You were doing everything that you can to make him happy.
Right.
And he wasn't appreciating it. But
Don't surround yourself with toxic people.
no, that is the truth. But I'm proud of her. She got out of that situation.
Wee.
Um, you know, don't let other people put things in your mind. Because trust me, my parents pretty much laughed. I mean, my mom still didn't think I had a job. whenever
Yeah.
whenever she passed, she was like, what do you have to be uh stressed out about? Like I didn't have anything to be stressed out about. I'm like, dude, I do have a life.
Right.
I may not be making any money, earning any money, but I'm sure as hell treating it like a job.
Right.
You know? So it's rough because we are doing things out of the norm, out of
People don't like that.
yeah, out of leaving college and going and spending your life in the corporate world.
Behind a
So
desk, man. Nobody wants to be behind. I mean, if you do, that's cool. Like,
yeah,
live
that's
your best desk life. I ain't trying to live no desk life.
hey, Mark. It's not just a job to Mark. Mark actually likes what he does.
That's good.
And he does what I was doing for a living too. And I was miserable. So
It all
everybody's different.
depends.
Yeah, that's a woman in the engineering industry. I mean, y'all talk about yes, there are women in the engineering industry. Yes, there is, but it's still dominated by men.
Right.
And I finally just got fucking tired of it. Because you're looked down on as a woman.
Right.
Not only that, as a designer or a drafter, if you don't have your degree or anything, then they really don't want to talk to you. They think they're better than you are.
First of all, I will throw hands. Okay, honestly, I want that to be a new drinking game. I just want y'all to go listen to all of our podcasts and drink every time I say that in an episode because I know I've said it quite a few times.
Oh, I have to.
I will though. I will fight a motherfucker.
Oh, I am starting to design merch, and I'm thinking about doing merch for this podcast.
I would love that. Also, I can put it on my website
Yes,
that I'm working on today.
because I want to do a shirt of Nama motherfucking stay.
Nama motherfucking say. Yeah, I'm down.
And
Let's
then
work on that.
yeah, and then we could have one for like throw hands and yeah, we need to work on it
Just a
because
shirt that says I will throw hands.
Yeah, because we you can open up a on demand print shop. You don't have to have any money put into it. Her and I can design everything, and then I already have an account set up with someone.
Of course you do.
So hey, when I go in, I go all in.
I know.
So yeah, I already have an account with someone because I want to do merch for my YouTube channel too, and I want to pick your brain too on things for that.
Yeah, I'm down.
But you know, but yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you start getting motivated. A lot of people, they're like, I don't know, I don't have any ideas or anything. But when you start getting motivated and you're like, I can do this, like I can do this, and you'd be amazed at what comes out of it. It's crazy. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Never in my wildest dreams would I thought that I would be over 100 subscribers. Like
so fast.
Yeah.
Because you like doubled, right?
I was at 40 something. I was at 40 something, and I'm at 100. I think I'm at 102.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, I'm at 102 right now. But I get comments and subscribers every day. And they go up and down. They fluctuate. I mean, just like any YouTube channel, they fluctuate.
I think I'm gonna start putting my covers back on YouTube. Y'all gonna hear me sing again. Uh-oh. Because I've been like putting energy into music again. So y'all
hey, I liked your covers, so
I know I'm very self-conscious, and it's not even that like I don't roll my eyes because I don't like doing it. I love doing it. I'm just very.
And now you have a better setup. You've got a good microphone.
I know. I've got everything I need. It's great.
She has somebody that loves her.
I do. I'm so grateful.
I'm always sending her shit. I'm always sending you shit.
You are. I don't even know what to do with it half the time.
It's hilarious. I don't know. Because, I mean, things, when I see something, and that's just me, when I see something that reminds me of somebody, I'm like, and I have the means to actually get it.
That's my problem.
Then I'm like, I want to send this to her, you know? So I switched to Samsung recently. I'm starting to get used to that now. Easiness. My husband's like, I can't believe you're a Samsung person.
Oh my God. I fucking texted Maria when she got her new phone, and it was green, and I thought my phone was broken. That's why I was like, oh yeah.
I was wondering about that. I was like, what, did she try to FaceTime me?
No, it was just green. And I was like, damn it, it's not working. And then I was like, oh, Maria went to the dark side. We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, I sent Heather my old phone.
I like it.
Yeah, I sent her my old phone, and I got a Samsung because the camera is better on it. And when you're in the beauty space, you take a lot of selfies, okay? You just do.
It's a very real thing.
You just do. And I was taking my up-close pictures with my Canon, because I have a Canon Rebel T7i for my filming, and it stays there. I never take it off the tripod. And then I have a vlog camera if I ever need it. I'm never going to vlog. My life is boring. But I have the Canon, And it was the only one that I could get up close pictures with, and it'd
Mm-hmm.
be not blurry. Because if y'all don't know, the iPhone has a good camera. It's a very good camera. But it's a 12 megapixel, so it doesn't do like the micro um, thing unless you actually get a lens for it, which I was
Mm-hmm.
looking for. And then when Heather needed new service, I'm like, well, I could easily do this, and you can have my phone. Um, I started looking into it, and the Samsung, the one that I got, has a 107 megapixel or 108 megapixel camera, and you can like zoom in, and it'll still be really, really clear. So I bought that one, and now I can do everything. I could do all my makeup pictures with my phone now. So it's very, very nice. I've been liking it. I've been liking not having to transfer um pictures from one camera to the other, and all of that. I mean, it's click of a couple of buttons if you have the app on your phone, but still, it's been really nice not having to do that. And then I can just go in and edit them and all of that. And then I have my camera specifically for filming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been nice. Been very nice. And yes, I'm spoiled. Okay, I'm very spoiled. I know I am.
You're so funny. No, yeah. I'm just so look, I feel spoiled because I got your damn phone.
Oh, and the thing that you need to know about me is I'm an electronics whore. I have to like have the latest and greatest thing. So I wasn't giving her like an iPhone 7. I was giving her an iPhone 11 Pro Max. So I always have the latest and greatest thing. It doesn't matter. I specifically have a plan that I can trade in my phone every year to get a new one. So,
Right.
which is what I do, which is what I have with this one. I made sure I got it on with this phone too, because I'm like, I'm gonna trade that in, and I'm gonna go get me a new one.
I swear to God.
That's just the way that I am. I love electronics, but I love having the latest thing, and I get, what do they call it? I get very distracted by uh
You?
yeah, by
That's
by
great.
shiny electronics. I get very distracted by the new latest and greatest thing. I'm like, ooh, I want that. And my husband is just like, new.
Yeah, I'm just over here like, wait, hold on, time out. Say that one more time. You get distracted?
Yeah, it was funny because I said, so honey, he goes, oh God, what do you want? I said, well, Heather needs help. And
Oh,
what if we do this? And then I get my phone so she doesn't have to put anything down. And I could give her my old phone. And he goes, how much is it going to cost more a month? Well, nothing, because she's paying for this. Okay, well, then go ahead and do it. I don't care.
Maria said I'll buy you a month because my fucking I know I'm just like all up in the camera. I'm so sorry. My fucking people. I was with T-Mobile and they were like really just I had no service and they were charging me out the asshole. So she was like, I'll buy you a month, but then you gotta pay. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, uh, and the thing is it was as much for me as it was for her, because it pissed me off when that damn thing would drop off. Do you know how
Oh my
many
God,
times?
we'd go on the phone and she'd be like, Heather, if I lose your call one more fucking time, I was like, I'm sorry.
But no, that's the thing. That's the thing. It wasn't just once or twice. It was like 4 or 5 times in
All
a
the time
phone call.
in one phone call.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. I said, you need to get off there. And did that start happening once Sprint merged with T-Mobile?
I have no fucking idea, but I'm over it. Well, it doesn't matter because I am over it now.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We transferred her number, and she's now on our plan.
look, I called Maria from a spot that I usually drop her, and I was like, guess where I'm at? A place that I usually can't talk to you.
Yeah,
And
and we
so
talked all the way to your destination without a drop.
not a single
Without a dropped call. I was like so excited. That's funny when you're excited for your best friend that she has a job.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I guess. Fine.
But yeah, so yeah. And that's what I mean by I'm spoiled. If I ask my husband and it's in the means that we can get it, he won't tell me no. So yeah, I'm spoiled.
Must be nice. No, I'm kidding. I'm also spoiled by Maria's husband in a way, so I'll take it.
Yeah, you are.
I know. I feel bad.
He counts Heather as his girlfriend. He says Heather's his girlfriend.
Please, no one take that weird. It's not weird.
Yeah, it's not like that.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
That's all. It's because Heather and I are such best friends. We're almost like sisters,
Yeah.
and we're always together, or not together, but calling one another and all of that. And we even have a messenger with the three of us in there, and so all of us talk and stuff. So sorry, I got distracted by something that popped up. So he basically sees her as an extension of me. So
yeah, which I mean, fair. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, so it's good, but it's good that we all get along,
Oh my god, if Mark didn't like me, we would be fucked.
Oh god, I'd never be able to talk to you.
It'd be a whole fucking mess. Don't even ask what I've been over here doing for the last hour. I'm just fucking around.
With her hair.
I'm just fucking around with my hair. I just did a Dutch braid on my own head for the first time ever, and I'm scared that it's gonna look like poop. But you know what?
Turn around. No, it looks good.
It works. I guess you couldn't really see it that way.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, I'm just I'm really in a hair mood today. I don't know why.
She should be over here doing my hair, and she could film it too because I've got all the equipment for her to film it.
This bitch is calling me.
I need to put that GoFundMe up.
What, GoFundMe to get me to Texas?
GoFundMe to pay for Heather's round trip airfare to Texas.
I would drive, but I don't have AC in my car. The struggle's so real on my side right now. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable for our damn struggle, even though my AC was not my fault. That shit just happened.
I know, you gotta get that thing fixed.
Oh my god.
That needs to be your first priority in your with your job.
Yeah, because that shit is terrible. Especially I have a daughter, I haven't even driven my car because my mom's car's been here, so I drove Mike's and I drove hers. And that's it. Fuck my car. My car sucks right now.
Yeah, my car does too.
I think I got it. Anyone watching this on YouTube is going to be like,
what the hell is she doing?
Why is she like this? And I'm going to tell you, I don't fucking know.
It's okay. I didn't look at the camera.
Oh, did someone let you know a couple times? What a fucking dingus.
That's the first thing that Heather said when we get on. Did somebody mention anything about you looking at the camera? I'm like, no, because I was looking at the camera.
Oh my god. People are just so funny. Y'all really listen, honestly, we're not even, I mean, yeah, these go on YouTube, but it's a podcast, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times if you watch podcasts on YouTube, they're people sitting at tables talking to one another, having a conversation with one another, not staring at the camera the whole time. The goal isn't to look into the camera. The goal is to get the words across. Right. That's it.
The only reason why we do is because we're on Skype.
Right. We're not in front of each other.
Yeah, we're not local. So if Heather actually lived here and
here she goes
and all of that, then we would be sitting around the table or in my office doing this shit. But no.
Right.
No, she has to live in North Carolina,
Fucking
where
hatred.
halfway across the country. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. She's on one.
I am. I'm in a good mood today. I'm
That's
telling you.
good. No, that's great. I love it. You go right the fuck ahead. I'm
I
not.
mean, I got a lot of shit done today, man. I got 2 videos done. I organized my office. I've got to find somewhere to put my pallets because the pallet holder is in the garage and it's not going to fit in here. So I need to find.
I'm so stupid.
What?
I just looked up and saw the green light on my camera and was like, why is my camera on? So that's the day I'm having.
Oh, that's funny. It's funny. But I did bring my stop making excuses sign.
Very
And I
nice.
changed
I
it
did see that.
Yeah, I changed it because it used to say Asia Fitness was my Twitter handle, and I changed it like a long time ago. It now
Yeah.
says Mindset Mascara.
Very nice.
Yeah, because I couldn't do Mindset and Mascara because it wouldn't fit, and then I couldn't do the ampersand because they wouldn't let me.
Bitches.
So I just did Mindset Mascara. That's it.
Very good.
But yeah, I changed a while ago, and it's still I didn't take it down. But since I was moving, I went ahead and edited it.
Fuck it, bitches.
Change it. Yeah. Well, hey, it allowed me to sit down for a little bit because it took me 5 hours to move, guys. In the Texas heat, it was not fun.
Mm-mm.
It was not fun. But now I told Mark, I said I go from one extreme to the other because I was always warm in the office. I wasn't always hot, but I was always warm. I was sweating a lot. And then I come into here and I'm like right under the vent and it's so fucking cold.
Right.
Like I was doing my makeup and my stuff didn't perform like it normally does because it's cold, it's not warm.
Oh my god.
Like the creams aren't as creamy because I could just go whoop, and then do that and I can't because it's solid.
Oh my god.
So yeah, first world problems.
First world problems.
Oh yeah, my husband says I am the not epiphany, the epitome of first world problems.
Good lord.
He goes, everything you complain about is all first world problems. I said, I know, but it doesn't mean they're not my problems.
Right.
You know, I know that I'm blessed. I know that I'm lucky, and you know, it took us a lot of struggling to get where we are now.
Right.
So, you know, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy while we're actually comfortable and not worrying about shit.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing, having to sit there and worry about that all the time.
Yeah.
It's annoying. So anyway, since I took over this podcast,
No, go right ahead. You're fine. I never shut the fuck up. So
yeah, it's my turn this time. Yeah, I honestly didn't think that I had anything to say about this subject, and I just kind of went on a tangent about taking care of yourself and being positive with yourself and being nice to yourself. You just got to be kind to yourself. A lot of people are not kind to themselves.
yeah.
So be kind to yourself and you'll get there.
For the love of God, be kind to yourself.
Because you're the only one that has to live with you 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay? The only one. So you've got to be okay with yourself. I don't know where that quote came from. Where'd that quote came from?
What, you're the only one who has to live with yourself?
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
Yeah, I know, but it came from a movie. I heard it from a movie too.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know.
Oh. Anyway, all right. Well, we're a little bit over an hour. Still not an hour and a half, so that's good.
Good.
So
sorry, don't mind me. My brain is all over the place today, y'all. My bees.
That's okay. So we will stop it here and we'll let y'all go here. And until next week, you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy the last of the summer vacation.
I'm so ready for fall.
Yeah, right. We love you guys, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.